What's up, guys? Brody here from Caslow. Just want to take you guys through like a quick walkthrough of how me and Natalia made our song "Nevermind." So we're gonna dive into the project and see you guys.
First thing, let's go over the acoustics for the song. That's a good place to start. So, acoustics, all the elements that go through the song. So let's start with the first things first, piano, because this was. Didn't Natalia originally just send you guys just this piano? It was like just piano and guitar or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, ignore that siren. I live downtown. It's loud. Yep, sirens. Anyway, so this was the first thing we started with was the piano.
We met in the.
So that was kind of the. Why did it play more than? Oh, because I had the vocal solo. Okay, yeah. So piano. First things first. Beautiful piano. I could show you the MIDI. See, Natalia played this in. Oh God, where'd it go? I fucked something up. We're gonna do that. Okay. Natalia played this in. Music theory boy over here. So this looks like a bunch of notes to me. There's the bass line. I recognize this part. Like we got chords here, and then there's a little melody on top.
Oh, I wish Nat was here.
Yeah, we need Nat to go over this. He's music boy. Anyway, he played it in. I can tell you how he, mixed it, but I can't tell you how he played it because I'm trash at playing piano. I can play like 2 songs on my guitar, maybe. I'm a work in progress, so yeah. Make a better DJ than guitar player, that's for sure. So next thing was, Brody, are you from Van? I'm from Vancouver. Definitely from Vancouver. Vince? Oh, D's. Okay. What's up, man? Yeah, anyway, so, we could go over how we processed it, I guess, really quickly, but if I go over every single fucking thing and how we processed all of it, it's really going to take a long time. So, basically, to sum this up, is a little bit of compression, just to control the piano. A little bit more compression, literally like 1 dB on each of these compressors, doing barely anything. This, a crazy EQ, but it's really just taking out like a bunch of this shit in the middle that makes the piano kind of muddy. So take out a bunch of that in the middle, cut the blows, and then we filtered the highs out too, because we wanted this piano to have like that like almost sadder kind of vibe, and then lastly would be a compressor. Another one. This one's doing more compression though. I guess just on the lows really. Yeah, just the lows. So it was 3 compressors. We really didn't need to use 3 of them, but I suppose we just decided to stack up 3 of them. And then last is reverb, obviously. This is the piano without it. Still sounds beautiful, but add that reverb in. And we bus all our reverbs. Well, on certain instruments. Pianos, since they're like something in like a natural sounding instrument, we want it to not have the piano, like the reverb printed into it. We'd rather kind of have it sitting on top of it. So that's why we bus all of our reverbs on our acoustics through this acoustic reverb bus. And that's just basically this reverb. It's from Lustrous Plates. It's really dope. It's probably a preset that we tweaked, not gonna lie. And then we just compressed the reverb. I don't know if everyone does this, but you'll see when the reverb comes up, the compression just helps smooth it out a little bit. And then lastly is EQ or reverb, because like you don't need low end in a reverb. So anyways, gonna stop talking about reverb. Back to the fun stuff. Okay, pad. Pad was next. This cool little pad. Again, don't know how we made it. It was probably in a synth. Looks like we bounced it down to audio. It's just playing the same chords as the piano. But it's in audio now. EQ'd it. That's about it. Just gonna try to skip through these things quick. Synth 02. Contact. Oh, that's cool.
That's the best.
Yeah, this is cool. So it's playing that top little melody, same as the piano. And this was a contact instrument. Let's see if it'll load up. I might just broke my computer, but let's hope not. 13 viewers. Yo, we love you still. Thanks for sticking around. I'll try not to be so boring. Okay, lo-fi glow. Yeah, this is literally a fucking preset from a contact library. That's a lo-fi library. We wanted some like vintagey sounds throughout this song. We wanted to give it that like nostalgic feeling, and I think it achieved it. So we got that. We got this synth. Pretty little bell thing. Comes from Massive. Actually, Massive X. Literally also a preset, alternate tone. We probably tweaked some things here and there, but reverb on it, really, really wet one, and EQ in it to fit with the rest of the stuff. Like without it, it has this weird hissy sound. We don't want that. So that does that, and reverb does that. So then we get this pretty little violin up in there. So this is Contact Library from Spitfire, Low Winds, and it's just the violin one legato tremolo. I don't think we fuck with the presets in here usually. Usually when we do violin stuff, this is what gives it that vibe, is you need to automate the expression on them. You can see when it starts. And that kind of gives it the sense that someone's like playing it like on an actual string. So, because like if someone just played it the same velocity all the way through, that wouldn't sound real. So giving your violin this type of like expression to it helps it sound a lot more real. And as far as a note, it's, I think, playing like a, I don't even know, probably a root or a fifth or something. Couldn't tell you. That pad's muted, so I guess that's obviously the bounce from the first one. And then when you combine all of these things, you get the intro. And I mean, honestly, it looks like as the whole song progresses, we don't add too much more in. Obviously, did I solo the acoustics? A guitar will come in here. And this little synthy pad down at the bottom. So 1 second, let me just unmute these and show you guys these last two sounds. The synth comes in. Oops. Synth comes in there. And Contact Library again. Sounds like some bells. Oh, this is not bells. Stray Light. This is actually a dope one. We use this a lot. I honestly don't. It's a preset that we probably changed this thing in the middle. So yeah, just a little bell thing that kind of adds in, and then this guitar. Natalia recorded this guitar, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he did. And we've gone over how we make our guitars in other videos on YouTube, so I'm not gonna waste a bunch of your time by telling you how we go over the guitar. It's basically just some crazy EQing to get rid of some resonant stuff for mixing it, and then this is like our own little guitar chain, if it loads. Again, we went over this in a video, so I'm not going to go over the entire thing. It's on our YouTube. It's on our Instagram. Go check it out. And then this is just a little bit of mixing stuff. Some EQ and a compressor. Doing not much, honestly. So yeah, that's kind of the acoustics. I mean, not much comes in. It stays that all the way through. Oh, wait, one more thing. This is important. We got bass guitar comes in. So this one actually wasn't recorded. This is a Contact Library. It is this one. So we use this in most of our songs, unless Natalia records bass, which is sometimes. But I mean, for this song, we use this library. It's cool. It works. To make it sound good was, again, just a little bit of trickery. Getting the high end, getting the muddiness out, putting the low end up a bit, and then controlling the low with a multi-band compressor. that fucking sound in the background. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, as far as the verses and stuff goes, that's pretty much it. Like, I mean, musically, I think what keeps it interesting is coming to this section when the guitars come in. I believe he changes the piano here. Like, that sounds higher than... Yeah, so he changed it here. Piano changed there. And that's also when the bass guitar comes in, and then this guitar comes in. But other than that, it stays the same for the chorus right here. We just drop out some stuff. Piano drops out.
Caslow fanboy says, I feel like Khiana talking in male voice because I don't see your face.
Okay, fine. I'll unmute my face. Okay, like, I forgot what it's called. Sorry, I was not reading your comments. Now I'm reading them. Caslow guitar vid. Okay, so there was a lot that I was not reading. Brody, you ain't boring. Aw. He's a whip. I am a whip. No, Vancouver, Canada, not Washington. Anyway, thank you guys for sticking around. Oh, there's more of you than there was before. Sup? Okay, my face is here now. I just didn't want to show it. But we're chilling. Hi. Continuing. Okay, chorus. I got so distracted. So, chorus part. More notes coming here. Yeah, honestly, we do that quite a bit for choruses. When the chorus come in, we'll just like drop some instruments out to kind of like bring it down a bit, you know, before we go up into a build. I feel like that's a pretty common thing. So we can go over some drums next. Verse drums and stuff. Drums are fun. So we got this section of the track. Right? Drums come in.
Had your hand out the window, yeah, I swore I'd never let go.
Drums are fun. Okay, percussion. So let's start with the fucking kick drum, because that's the start of every song ever. Kick. Here we go. Yeah, fun. Oh, the bells are still going. Why is there still a bell going? Did I leave it on? Oh, we stuck a bell in the drum group. Huh. Okay, well, good to know. I don't know why we did that. This is a mistake that I'm discovering with you guys live on stream. Didn't know that there was bells in here, but this isn't supposed to be in here. But it is. So there's bells in here. Let's just mute those for now. Anyway, kick drum. I shouldn't have to tell you guys how to make a kick or how to process a kick. It's literally like we put a little bit of saturation on it. And took out a little bit of mud because it sounded like shit. So now it sounds better. That's all I'm going to tell you. There's not much to it. Okay, so percussions. So I guess, oops, I just lost what I was doing entirely. Sorry. Okay, kicks. Snares come in next. We got two. We got this little boppy one. Little wood block bop. With, honestly, nothing. We did nothing. We might have, okay, there's a lot of drop, verse. What's this? Percussion reverb? Verse? Is this verse drums? What's this? Let me see. Yep. Anyways, we're gonna get to that in a sec. So this was just a good sample. Nothing on it. This one. That's it. That's the snare. And then halfway through, which is the turnaround, we got this little thing that comes in. Literally just a little accent one. And then we got these two little claps also come in. They do like a little ch at the turnaround. That helps keep your verses interesting. What do we got next? We got some hi-hats coming in. Some trappy hi-hats with, I have no idea, saturation, I guess. Yep. Honestly, this is probably a sample. Probably a loop. really chopped up, not gonna lie. And I mean, I guess just those bells. There's not really a lot of percussion in this verse. Oh, there's some. Never mind. That's ambient stuff. We can get to that. Yeah, honestly. So for percussion, this song, until you get to, actually, I guess drums wise, this song in general is pretty. We kind of wanted to keep it simple, like to really drive home the catchiness of, honestly, Khiana, of the vocal. We wanted this song to be simple and catchy. Like, so I feel like you can ruin a catchy song by overdoing things, like, you know, having too much for them to listen to. So again, that's why this chorus part, we kind of kept it real dry. Like, it looks like we got some snaps. That's pretty much it. And then we got the build up here where the hats come back. And then as well as that, we got some snare loops. This is a loop that we pitched up. Put some reverb on it. That was it. What about this one? Just a poppy little snare. Oops, Logic doesn't want to look. Reload, cool, okay. What's this one? Clap. Just a clap loop. So we literally kind of just chucked a couple loops together and then did this little snare pattern. And as far as processing goes, I mean, if you guys find good drum samples, you shouldn't really need to do a lot to them to make them sound good in your songs. Looks like towards the end of the build-up, let me just play this. There is some other stuff. A couple extra snares come in and a little pitched up thing comes in. But, I mean, yeah, as far as processing this stuff, a big one is going to be using something like this. It's called a clipper. When you're doing it on, like, snares and stuff that has a really, like, transient heavy instrument with a big peak, you want to cut the peaks off. So we use clippers for this. I mean, you can use any type of clipper. Google what a clipper is. It'll save your life for when it comes to mixing and mastering. And then just, yeah, some saturation. Some of these things we've tossed some reverb on a little bit, like this snare. Another thing that I think is a good tip for people making build-ups, don't put reverb on everything, or just drums in general. Pick one thing to have reverb on. Put reverb on that. Don't overdo it. Like, everyone overdoes it. And then just a lot of effects, obviously. Effects are kind of a big part of a build-up, obviously. So we got these effects. Some swooshies. And then some risers. And then one more swoosh. And then it hits the drop and my computer lags out sick. Anyway. Yeah, we got some swooshies. And then I guess there's some taiko drums here that we used for, like, transitioning into the chorus here.
Just thinking, never mind.
So you can kind of hear that last one acts as like an impact. And there's literally an impact underneath it. So there's two. Anyway. Effects, again, we kind of keep things fairly simple for effects. I mean, there's this little sweep here.
We met in the summer, said that we loved each other.
Sweep here.
Had your hand out the window, yeah, I swore I'd never let go.
The song overall, we tried to keep pretty simple. I mean, throughout the whole entire song, again, vintage. It's not vintage unless you throw a vinyl sample in here. So we got this little crackle. Barely hear it, but it's in the back doing its thing. EQ'd it with some vintage shit. Oh, it's literally called phone. Cool, look at that. I guess you could call that also a band pass. I guess whatever these are, no idea what these sounds are going to be. This is all background stuff that just kind of helps fill out space. Let me see. Yep. That's a little tick-tock sound. Like a tick. And I guess we have it panning from one ear to the other. Yeah. So this is what tremolo does. It pans it. It's like auto pan, but Logic doesn't have auto pan. So we use this. It just pans it. Gives everything kind of a cool little vibe. So someone asked where those taikos are from. That's the classic Caslow riser. Yeah, it's in every one of our songs, literally. So, what are those taiko drums for? Not gonna lie, bro. Probably literally cashmere. Let's look. Cashmere has good taiko samples, so if you're looking for some, go use his. They're good. Yeah, I mean, it just says taiko hit 01, but I'm like 99% sure it's going to be Cashmere. And as you can see, we probably used the same one 3 times and just made these ones smaller, like volume less. So it sounds like it's kind of building up into it. So it goes like, yeah. So just by changing the volume on those two, you can kind of get more of like that feel that someone was playing it. And that just makes a cool little switch into here.
Thinking, never mind, never mind. I wish you would never mind, never mind, never.
My computer! Sorry guys. It's just gonna it's just gonna die. Let's just keep playing. Let's keep trying it again.
I wish you would never mind, never mind, never mind.
Oh my god. Okay guys, it's having a jammer. What are we gonna do about this? It's probably because Zoom's open, not gonna lie. I'm getting some weird feedback. Anyone else hear that? What's that from? It's gone. Okay. Yeah, it might be from Zoom. I don't know. How long has it been? You don't have to stay and chill if you don't want to.
38 minutes.
38 minutes. You don't have to stay and chill if you don't want to talk. If you've got other things to do.
I got a session coming up I got to run to, but I just wanted to hang and watch the chat for a little bit and say hi to everybody.
Cool.
Thank you guys for like streaming the song. It's
Yeah.
awesome. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. So, thanks for joining me for a little bit today. And obviously, thank you for doing this song with us. It turned out fucking awesome. So,
Yeah, I'm stoked.
I'm super pumped. So, yeah. Everyone,
All right, I'm gonna log off, guys.
let's thank Khiana. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Peace out. And, boom. Once that is done. No, actually, dude, I think it's Zoom that is being stupid. Like, using my CPU. So, I wonder if there's a way to, like, bring my face up without being in Zoom. There probably is. But, you know what? We're here. I'm just not going to change it. Let's just hope it loads. Let's try again. Work.
Never mind, never mind. I wish you would never mind, never mind, never mind. I wish you would never mind, never mind, never mind. I wish you would never mind.
It's, oh, right, literally right when I said, it's working, guys. Guess what? Stop fucking working. God damn it. I really need some Zoom lessons. Or not Zoom. What's the word? OBS lessons. Oh, that's cool. Bass guitar just did a little Anyways, I mean, it might not play the drop, but like, let's just go over to the drop and see if it'll play it. Why not? Let's try it. Oh, yeah, we got a kick. Nope, we don't get a kick. Fuck. Okay, here's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna freeze some shit. Here we go. Oh god. Sorry for this. I probably should have done this beforehand, but you know, my computer's being stupid. Oh, yo, it's probably these things, the strings. Let's just freeze. Let's just freeze shit. Actually, no. If I freeze shit, I can't show you how we processed them. Maybe I'll freeze all the acoustic shit. Let's try that. Let's try that. Let's try that. We're gonna try that. Acoustic shit. Freeze. Am I allowed to swear like on YouTube? Like when I upload this? I probably shouldn't be swearing. Anyway, I don't know. That's a problem for later. Okay, wait. Where is the freeze button? Okay, so we're gonna freeze everything in here. All that. Freeze. Boom. Okay, it's frozen. Who thinks it's gonna play? I have no faith because my computer's just a... It's actually a good computer, but not gonna lie, when I'm streaming with OBS, and I am also running this program called Loopback to loop all the audio. So when I'm streaming, doing that, and I'm actually recording it, and I have Zoom going, and this project has 100+ tracks, yeah, my computer's gonna shit out. Other than that, though, honestly, it's a pretty good computer. Where's the drop? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1 is gonna play.
Never mind, never mind. I wish you would never mind, never mind, never mind. I wish you would never mind.
Fuck! God damn it! Alright, we tried. Okay, so now we're going to freeze the drop stuff. I'll just have to unfreeze it one by one. Here we go. Let's freeze it. God damn it. Freezing everything in the drop. Except the sub, because why not? It can chill. The guitars, the vocal chops, which that's probably what you want to know about. Freezing everything. Here we go again. Go. It should load. If it doesn't load, let's just cry. That's it. We're just gonna cry. Like that's it.
Never mind, never mind, never mind. I
Pray to
wish
God
you
it works.
were never
It's gonna
mind,
work.
never mind, never mind. I wish you were never mind. Wish you were never mind. Wish you were never.
Oh, okay. Kind of died at the end, but that's okay. It'll play it. It'll play it. We're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. Okay. So, just gonna minimize my face, because, like, we don't need to see that. Don't need to see my face. So, starts. Kick. Kick. Pretty simple. Boom. Boom. Little poppy drum boy. We use a transient shaper. Wow, okay. Went a little nuts on it. Probably didn't need to do that much. Just to make it, like, you know, extra punchy. And then we clipped it. And dude, this is so wrong. Wow. Okay, it should be like this. That's how it should have been. But you know what? This is a clipper. Also, same thing I said before. With the transient, there's like an extra peak there. So this clipper just squishes the peak. You can see it bringing it down. That's all a clipper does. Cuts the top off. So yeah, clippers, use them. Clipper. Sidechain kick, that's for later. So, drums on the drop, pretty simple. Kick, snare. Whoops, wrong snare. Those are other ones. These drop ones. Okay, drop ones. 3 layers. That one. Little psst. Reverb, because without reverb, honestly, barely did shit. Anyway, clipper again, because we clip things. Drop snare 2, another one. Let's go. Oh, okay, that's more of like a. It's there. It's doing its thing. Honestly, it looks like we've distorted it. Yep, distortion. So let's see what it sounded like without all the things on it. Oh, okay, little. So we made it less and more, and then put reverb on it. Cool. Made a cool little layer. Third one. Little trappy one. In the background. Looks like took a resonant note out of it. Reverb again. And there's a 4th one. I can't believe we used 4 snares for 1 drop. Oh, that's just a little top layer. I wouldn't even call that a snare. Anyway, you combine all 4 and you get this. Boom. Actually sounds sick. These are little fills. Like a little zzz, little drum fill thing. And we got another one going on. Kind of like, there's a one, then the other one. Another one. Very similar. And then we got, again at the turnaround, which is in the middle, we have basically just a bunch of Foley and then some clap here. So you get this little fill in the middle, and then the bells come back in at the fill too. So you get that cool little bing. And then, I mean, we got these snares, which are the accent snares. So then when you have all of it going, it actually fills out the loop nice. There's just a bunch of little sounds going in the background at random times. Yo, what's up? Selling shots. I see you. Probably butchered your name. And then you got, obviously, the classic loops that go in the back. We got some hats. But I want you guys to take notice about how the hats kind of pan all over. You don't want to keep everything in the middle. It gets kind of boring if everything's in the middle. So, yeah. We picked loops that kind of bounce around like that clap loop. Again, clipping stuff, like always. Clip it. EQ this, I guess. Probably pick up the lows, yeah. Reverb on it. Tambourine loop. Let's see what this one's all about. Oh yeah, just a little tamby loop. This gives it some room, and then hats come in here. And these hats, as you can see, they're panning. So take this off. See, they go from one side of your ear to the other. That's cool to do. Keeps drops a lot more interesting to listen to if you get shit moving around the sides. So anyways, yeah, you add that all in, and you get this dope drop groove that sounds kind of like this. Everything all at one time, right? And then we got the actual drop stuff after. So, okay, now, part you guys have been waiting for. Drop sounds, I guess, you know, like the stuff we actually used in the drop. Oh, Huang's in here. Sup? Yo, what? I actually, is it Huang? Or like, I feel like I butcher your name all the time, but love you, man. Thanks for joining. Just going over how we made this. So, first things first, guys. Actually, let's start from the bottom and go our way up. So for this song, we use an 808. You can see the little MIDI for that. Kind of just plays cool. We did this cool little like step up thing, and then obviously the 1 octave up. Gives the bass line. It's cool to when have 808s do that little like the little bass slide. So we like to do that whenever we do 808 stuff. So I think this one, yeah, a little bit of distortion, only as you can see on the top end of the 808, because you don't want to mess with like the low, the sub part. So we just distorted just the top end. And with things like this or Saturn, you can choose where you distort. So yeah, just sort of the top end. Oh, this is literally doing nothing. Like I don't know why that's there. Okay, well it's doing nothing, but it's there. And yeah, this 808 came from Anna too. And not gonna lie, it was probably a preset. Clean but bis. Yeah, so 808 preset. And looks like in the preset there's a clipper and a limiter built in. Yep, so doing my job, but I didn't have to do it. Sounded good, so I mean, we ran with it. And then next, we got I mean, maybe I should unmute the drums just while we're going over drop sounds. Actually, fuck it, we'll keep the drop sound. We'll keep the drums in. Okay, so this drop was different. We didn't use super saws. Closest thing to super saws was this pad. And so this pad was bounced. I'm not sure where we bounced it from. Probably Serum, I want to say. But because there is reverb, it's frozen, but there's reverb on this pad. That's why for the pauses, we just muted it because we didn't want it to come in on the pauses. So muted it. Honestly, I could unpause it. But it just looks like, oh, fuck. It looks like EQ, compression, which is probably sidechain. I'll go over the processing after we go over all the actual sounds, because then you can at least hear them all in context. So we'll go over the processing after. So there was a pad. These strings, we have 2 string layers in this drop actually. And then this one. So when they're all playing, you get a pretty thick string sound. I mean, and then you put this pad on it. So yeah, I mean, these strings we did. I mean, okay, I'll unfreeze these just because, even though they're probably what's gonna fuck everything up because of all the MIDI in them. Whoops. Well, I'm just unfreezing the one. We'll go back to those. We got this synth. And as you can see, we pan that pretty hard one way. That came from Contact. We got another sound. This is a piano. That came from Contact. Pan to the other way, so you get them both. And they just kind of sit on top of the strings. And then these guitars, you can barely hear them, but see they're panned out there too. 2 guitars in the drop. For people that are using a guitar sample, you can't, like this would have been recorded twice, 2 different takes, because if you use a sample and pan them like that, they'll phase out. So you need to have 2 different guitar takes to do this, or slightly change the samples or whatever. So yeah, you got two of those going in there. But when everything else is in there, you can barely hear them. So the main part, the leads. Let's go. So lead guitar. We usually do this in all of our build-ups. We get the lead sound, whether it's super saws or the lead or vocal chops, filter them in during the build-up. So you get this. Can you hear the guitar coming in? And so, you might have noticed that the guitar is quiet for the first part and then gets louder. And that's because, I mean, we did this the hard way. I really don't know why we went and automated it, like literally, individually. The reason why we did that was because obviously these vocal chops sit in there too. Oops. And so we didn't want the vocal chops and the guitar to fight because they're both in the middle. So we could have just sidechained the guitar to the vocal chops, but instead we did this manually. So you get this. And honestly, these bells shouldn't even be in here, because like you can't even hear those. I really don't know why they're in here. They're there, but they're quiet. So, I mean, we've gone over how we make our vocal chops a lot of times in our tutorials. It's the same chain every time. So if you want to, you can go check out that on our other YouTube video, or I think it's even on Instagram probably. But yeah, you can check it out, how we make our vocal chops. It's mostly just pitching, distortion, and filtering. Go check that out, because I don't want to have to like explain the whole thing. But essentially, the reason why this works is because, yeah, they kind of play off each other. And then that goes. And then you get that cool little bing, the bell in the middle. So when you layer everything on top of each other, you get, we add in the piano stuff. Oh, there we go. Computer's having a jammer. Can't handle it. Play the sub too. Oh, my computer's dying. Oh no. Oh no. Lastly but not leastly. Leastly. That's a word? Leastly? It's a word now. Leastly. I made it up. Leastly. Last but not leastly. Yep, that's my word. Swooshes. You know, need some swooshies. These boys. A little swoosh on the drop. Anyway, another one. Just chilling. And a crash. Oof, that sounds like shit. Wow. I don't even like listening to that. Like, we should have fixed that. That sounds like shit. Bad example. Bad example. Poor production, guys. Could have fixed that crash. Anyways, together you get that. Well, that's it. I mean, this song was pretty simple. This little turnaround fill, there was a taiko hit in here too. And then this little swoosh kind of sucks you back into it in the middle. And then there's a couple other little things. These little bells. There you go. That's that cool little boom. And I think there's these bells too. Yeah, more bells. So that's kind of this little fill in the middle of the drop. I mean, I can go over quickly. Second part of the song, all we did was change up the drum melody here. Or not the drum melody, the rhythm. Like you'll hear it. The drum melody.
If it never existed, but there's proof in my pocket. A Polaroid with you on it.
Added this little cool little guitar boy, little solo thing coming in. Does a little doo-doo-doo-doo to lead you into this part.
Had your hand out the window, yeah, I swore I'd never let go. When we left San Francisco, that all changed. Now I think about the weather that July we spent together.
Yeah, goes like that. Second chorus, we dropped out these snaps and wanted it to just be like just your vocal.
Never mind, never mind. I wish you would never mind. Never mind, never mind. I wish.
Basically just have something a little different. And we dropped out the guitar for a bit too, the bass guitar. And then everything else is the exact same except for second drop's twice as long, and then this fucking little solo boy comes on in here. Oh, yeah, computer doesn't want to load it. Okay, point being, guitar solo comes in at the end to... Little guitar solo boy. Processing wise, so we've also done a video where we already went over how we process our guitars. Pretty much the same if in all of our songs. Yeah, you can go check out those tutorials if you want to check out, because I could go spend hours talking about how we process guitars. But I mean, the patch from this one to that one is pretty similar. I mean, that one, I think it's probably the exact same. Okay, so yeah, just more reverb on this one. But all the guitars are very similar. Very, very similar. I can go over now. I mean, it probably won't load, but we can try it. Let's just try it. Like how we got the drop sounds, because like I went over them, but I didn't really go over them. So probably not gonna load, but let's try it. First things are gonna be the important things, which are the strings. So this string, the more like synthetic one, and the chords. I can show you them. I can't really explain them. Boy's not great at music theory. I'd have to sit here and really think about this. Nat did this part. But anyway. I know how we got the sounds. So serum. Use serum strings for these actually. Synthetic. So string hybrid alpines. It's a preset. I honestly couldn't tell you where we got it. But ESW. So it's probably from Echo Soundworks. That's probably where it came from. Just some strings preset. I don't even think we changed anything other than some EQ. Added some top end to them. Took out some shit in the middle of the lows. So I saw someone ask about how we widen stuff. So Nat and I actually usually use this plugin to widen stuff. It's called Sound Delay. I was watching a Said the Sky tutorial once, and he uses this one. I mean, there's other better ways probably to widen stuff now, but this was just a stereo widener that it basically delays it. It does the Haas effect, but this particular one collapses down to mono, so that's why we use it. So, example, without it, they're in the middle. With it, they're wide. But here, example, I can toss a utility on there, and if I hit the mono button, they're still there. So yeah, this is a good widener to use in the fact that it doesn't mess with the phase. So we use that probably on both of them. Yep. Last thing, I guess, was just, was this air EQ. Gave him a little more top end. Whoops. A little more top end. These strings, so these ones were contact strings. These ones are more natural sounding. Show you what library. So same library we used for the verse strings by Spitfire, but this one is Spitfire chamber strings, and these are staccato violins. They sound pretty fucking good out of the box, honestly. Like, listen to that. It's pretty good. So that's why we didn't really do much. A little bit of EQing, and then just making them wide. Delaying them. Pad. Frozen. So couldn't tell you the notes or where we bounced that out from, but that looks like an overly aggressive amount of processing. Let's take it off and see what that really is doing. EQ. So side chaining to the strings. Yeah, okay. I guess we sidechained this pad to the strings. They're probably taking up the same sort of space. This is distorting it probably. Yep. Just distortion. A little bit. Fuzzing it up. Oh my god, computer. Just ignore that, guys. Ignore it. Sound delay, making them wide. Compressor. Doing not even a dB, just a little bit. Compression. 2 BQ. Literally nothing. Nothing? Like, oh. Nothing. Oh, drive. Okay, it's literally just using this EQ for analog, like, saturation, basically. Like, there's no boosting going on in it. Let me see. This is from the gray pack? Yeah, it could be. Probably. Then just reverb on it. Looks like reverb. Yeah, reverb. Reverb. And then one more EQ at the end. Seems like an overly aggressive amount of processing, but it was just taking away some frequencies that it didn't like. Yeah, so these drop guitars, these ones were dry, honestly. Doesn't look, oh no, they're through this bus. Okay. Again, I kind of went over in another video how we did guitars, so you can go back and check that out. The 808, we didn't do anything special for it. Just sidechain. I mean, these synths, I can show you the libraries because they're kind of cool. If they'll load. Let's see. As you can tell from this project, a lot of our stuff is contact stuff. Like, we don't use much synths. A lot of it's contact stuff. So this is a piano. This is the piano we use in every song. It's called the Noir by Native Instruments. It's really dope. Really good piano. Just doing some little in the background. Compression. This is the same piano chain as I went over in the intro. Compression, gain, because they were quiet, bringing them up. Reverb, EQ, some crazy EQ. That's where that sound's coming from. It's coming from this piano. Anyway, this one is Stray Light. Dope library. Looks like similar to the same preset we used before, honestly. With some saturation, EQ, and reverb. So without it, sounds like this. With it, distortion and some major EQing. Getting it out of the way, and then you get these. My computer's barely hanging on, guys. I mean, yeah, so that kind of, for the most part, is all of the drop. Like, that's kind of everything together. I kind of went over all of it. Let's see if it'll play it.
Never mind, I wish you were never mine.
God damn it. Well, it loaded slightly. Yeah. That's the gist of it for making a pop, kind of pop EDM, boppy type of track that we did. I can scroll to the bottom, see if there's anything more worth noting. Oh, so just during the build-up, classic, filtering the lows, just taking all the bass out of the build-up. Yeah, just getting rid of that bass in the build-up to kind of like have all the energy come in on the drop. That's a pretty classic thing that I feel like everyone does in most songs. So, and then this filtering in, also in the build-up with the guitar, right? Kind of gives you a taste of what's coming in the drop. We like to do that. Bring in elements from the drop into the build. It helps like foreshadow. It gets the listener ready for what's coming. So.
Never mind, I wish you were never mine. Never mind, I wish you were never mine.
Oh, yep, doesn't want to load the drop. Sorry. I don't want to freeze everything again because that was a pain. But, yo, hey, Raiqui. I recognize you from Instagram. I don't know your actual name, but hi, I see you. But yeah, hopefully there was some tips in here that, you guys found useful. I feel like, I went over pretty much the whole song. We've been streaming for almost 2 hours or something, so it's been a hot minute. Let's see how long it's been. Okay, an hour and a half. So, yeah, I mean, overall, this song, I've got to say, was, as you saw, a lot of simple things going on. Like, the drop didn't have that many layers, really. The drums weren't super confusing. It was just a lot of simple things that I think just used in the right way to create something, like, super catchy and kind of fun sounding. Ricky, that's your name? Sick song. Thanks, man. This, if you haven't heard it, this is Nevermind. It just came out. Came out on Friday last week. You guys have been streaming it. It's been dope. Appreciate you guys. So yeah, I was just going over how I made it. This video will be up on YouTube after, and probably on our Twitch if you want to watch it. But yeah, it'll be up on YouTube after. We really broke down the whole process. I went over the whole fucking song already. So, don't want to keep you guys here for too much longer.
Yo, that's it. Thank you guys for checking out the walkthrough of our song Nevermind. Sorry I suck at YouTube. Gonna try and do more videos for you guys and get better at editing and stuff and upload more frequently. But yeah, if you liked what you saw, drop a comment and just like let me know what to do next, and subscribe and all that good stuff. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Oh my god! I'm keeping this in. Don't even care.